Hello. Today we're going to learn how to create an Excel spreadsheet and a chart. To begin with, click on your Start button. You will probably need to go to All Programs, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Office Excel. To start with, I'm going to explain a little bit about what Excel is. This is called a spreadsheet program. It's made up of different squares that we call cells. And the cells are arranged in columns going across with the letters and then rows going down with the numbers. When we're in a particular cell, you click on it and it shows you the name of that cell. We usually refer to them by the letter first and then the number of the row. That gives you cell D3. The cell that you're in is got the dark black line around it. That's how you know it's selected. To move around in Excel, you can click your mouse, you can use your arrow keys, you can use page up or page down, you can use enter, and you can also learn my favorite key combination, which is control and your home button. That takes you right back to the very top left-hand side, A1. That's where we're going to start today. So to start with, we're going to type your name and then the word genres. So I'm going to be Bobby today. This is the title of my spreadsheet. Cell A2, I'm going to type the word genre. These are going to be my column headings. Cell B2 is going to be my other column heading, number of books read. Now you'll notice that some of my words have overlapped into the next cell. So I will want to stretch out my columns, making them wider. And to do that, you go in where the letters are, and you get the two-way arrow, click and drag to make it wider. Column headings are usually formatted by bolding them and centering them. Next, I'm going to type the different genres we've been working with. So I've got biography, science fiction, realistic fiction. You'll notice these are very much like the bubbles that we created in our inspiration assignment. Historical fiction. I know some of you had poetry. If there's any genres that I'm missing, you would go ahead and just add them to the genre column. Then you would look at your accelerated reader data and come up with a total of how many biographies you read. You could also use your inspiration charts for this, and I'm just making mine up. So I put in a 0. So if you haven't read anything, you do need to put a number in there. You do need to use the number 0. And the spreadsheet part is done. Next, we're ready to graph this. So to tell Excel you want to create a graph, we first have to show it what we're graphing. So I click and drag, and notice when I'm selecting cells, my cursor is a white plus symbol. I don't want this symbol to select cells, and I don't want to get into a cell where my cursor turns like that. You don't need to select things like you do in Microsoft Word. So again, I'm using that white plus, clicking and dragging to select my data to chart. Next, I'm going to go into the Insert tab, and we're going to make this a bar graph. So I'm going to click Bar, and I will click on the very first one to select it, and it creates the graph down below. I'm going to drag mine over with my 4-way arrow, make it slightly bigger, and now I need to add some information and take some things off. We really don't need a legend. That's what this is. So I'm going to click on it and just use my delete key to get it off of my chart. Now this looks kind of confusing. It took all my words I used. So I'm going to clarify my title by deleting out number of books read, and my title is just my name and genres. Now I can go ahead and I can add some axis labels for the horizontal and vertical axes to tell people more about my chart. To do that, I click the chart, and when you click on the chart, it's selected. I can tell with these little dots, and then it references the data that's been selected. I can go up to my chart tools to the layout command tab under chart tools, and then I get all of my little labels that I'm looking for. We already have a chart title, so we don't need that. I'm going to click axis title, primary horizontal axis, and our only option is to put it below the axis. So I'm going to select that. And these would be number of books read. Notice that I'm typing it up above. When I press enter, it displays it down under my horizontal axis. So now I'm going to go back to axis titles, click on it, primary horizontal or vertical axis. This one I'm going to put rotated, this one right here, rotated title. So I select it. These are really our genres. So again, I type it, press enter, and now it shows up over here. You can go ahead and save this document. We'll print them and do some more exploring next week. So go ahead and click the Office button. Go down to